first of its kind law clinic is addressing gun violence head on.
Students at the University of Minnesota Law School focus on gun violence prevention through litigation. They are working pro bono on real Second Amendment cases through the Attorney General's office, serving as special assistants. As senior investigative reporter Jennifer Mayerle shows us, for many, the work they're doing is personal.
Growing up in Minneapolis in the early 2000s, I was never not aware of the issue of gun violence in my community.
My grandfather, my dad's father, he died from gun violence, and my great-grandfather, my dad's grandfather, also died from gun violence.
Like a lot of people my age, just growing up in schools when mass shootings and school shootings were very prevalent.
Hello, everybody.
Emily Byers-Olson, Jackson Alston, and Will Roberts are just a few of the U of M Law School students who are part of the Gun Violence Prevention Law Clinic.
I think, too, for me, it's been very personal. I had a friend whose dad was a victim of gun violence, and that was a real turning point for me.
I wanted to know how the massive problem of gun violence could potentially be addressed through litigation.
So, what's an extreme risk protection order?
The idea came from attorney Megan Walsh. The professor and clinic director had been practicing law working on gun violence prevention cases.
And it became very clear that there were not enough lawyers who knew enough about this subject to really be effective. And there's a pretty strong counterweight of really well-trained and engaged lawyers who are very actively bringing lawsuits to expand the Second Amendment and to push back against gun regulations.
Her focus on prevention grew out of tragedy at a young age.
My best friend's dad was killed in a very prominent Chicago shooting, and so I've gone my whole life knowing how it felt to see my best friend go through life without her dad. It's not numbers. You know, it's families who are affected.
The students are the attorney of record for the state, defending gun laws against constitutional challenges with a goal of creating a safer community.
You know, we're not trying to take away your guns completely, but we are just trying to make sure that the streets are safe. We're trying to make sure that you don't pose a danger to yourself or to society.
Cases range from felon in possession to permit to carry. And they are working on the Attorney General's suit against Glock, saying the manufacturer designs weapons that can easily be converted into machine guns.
You know, real cases, real clients, and I know we're making a real impact. It sounds dramatic, but Megan always says, our professor, that we're saving lives.
I think it's a big focus of the clinic is to put survivors, victims, and people who are affected by gun violence at the center of the work we do. And I think that is just like a good guiding light for us.
With photojournalist Nick Luneman, Jennifer Mayerle, WCCO investigates.
The original funding for the Gun Violence Prevention Law Clinic expires at the end of the year. They are fundraising for future years.